Hello and welcome to this pick a pile reading. So this is pick a pile. What do I need to know right now? So this is a timeless reading. You can do this at any point. Whenever you click on the video or if someone links it to you, I think that's the right time to get this message. So I have these 3 crystals. Go ahead, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Do that a few more times. Pause the video and pick a crystal or meditate on one of these butterflies, and whichever one you pick. So this is going to be pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Let me get a pointer. So you can pause the video and I'm going to get right into the piles. So pile number 1, this is pyrite. I don't know all the crystal names, but this is pyrite that you picked. So let's get into it. 5 of Cups. So right now I feel that pile number 1, you're going through kind of like a rough time, maybe some emotional baggage, maybe something just came up for you emotionally, and it's kind of like torn your world apart in a way. There's a lot of like emotional waves going in and out. There's a lot of maybe like it's sorrow, it's grief, it's like sadness, it's like just a lot of emotions coming in from different directions, and I think you're being pulled to have to like take some sort of action, but you're so emotional that it's like very hard in the situation that you're in and the spot that you've been put in. So if that resonates with you, let's keep going. So step out of your comfort zone. That's the Moonology card that came up for you. So I'm thinking that there's definitely some sort of like, when you're going through some sort of emotional turmoil and it's making you really uncomfortable and it's making you have to face things that maybe you thought you didn't have to face, or you've never had to be in this situation in the past. And what your guides are trying to tell you is that you need to step out of the comfort zone and take action, because whatever your intuition is telling you right now, whatever those guides are guiding you to do, that's the right thing to do. And I think you're kind of not taking action because you're scared. If you do this, what if something else goes wrong, or what if this happens, or what if this happens? And I think what your guides, like a message that your guides really want you to know, is that no matter what happens, you can only make the best choice that you can make at that moment. So if that is the best choice at that moment, don't think about the past of what has happened or the future of what will happen. Make the best choice in that moment so that you're making a choice so that you can move forward. Because the sooner, I'm getting like there's like maybe a time crunch, the sooner that you're able to make this decision and this choice, the better it will be, because you'll have more time to change in the future just in case something does go wrong. You'll have like kind of that like little wiggle room. So rejection, this might be, for some of you, this might be around work or school, or not knowing what to do next with life, and then that extra step that you're taking might be something that you may not want to do right now, but it's like the only option that you have, but it's something that's going to lead you to like learn in order to be able to like take that next step by stepping out of your comfort zone. And also, you guys, you picked pyrite, and pyrite is very like it's all about well, it's like an abundant stone. So like what I'm thinking about is like you're gonna get abundance eventually. It's just how you go about it, and like the actions that you take now are gonna be really influential in the future. And I know you know that, and that's why you're scared, but taking this step and learning these lessons is the only way that you can go forward. And then finally, we have the butterfly that you guys picked, which was pile 1's butterfly. I'm going to turn this over. So I like to take care of myself with love through rest, play, movement, and positive thinking. So maybe that's what you need to do. You need to take a little bit of space for yourself and stop thinking about like this 5 of Cups energy, which is the emotional baggage and turmoil that you've been feeling, and hang out with yourself for a little bit, because maybe you were rejected and there was something that you really wanted that you didn't get, but the thing that you really do want in life, and where your goal is and where you're headed is actually coming. You just have to take that first initial step. All right, pile 1, I'm gonna send you your energies back. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. And yeah, let me know how this resonates with you in the comments. I would love to know, because I'm new at doing this. Thank you so much. All right, pile number 2. I am not sure what this rock is. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. So pile number 2, you got the moon. So there are some hidden things that have recently come out for you. There is some mistrust maybe that you've been formed, like that you formed because of the truths that came out. And there is also a lot of light and love, because the truths came out in both directions, kind of. So the truth came out with maybe people that you trusted that you no longer can trust, and then vice versa, people that you didn't trust that you are like, okay, well, maybe actually I have a brand new like way of viewing this person, and I kind of understand them more. So I think right now you're in sort of like a transition period where there is a lot of things that just came out and you're kind of processing that. So if that resonates with you, this is your pile. If not, try picking another pile. So conclusions are within reach for your Moonology card. So there is there are things that are going to conclude depending on whatever information, like whatever new information that you've learned. There's something coming, there's some sort of like end coming to all this info that you received. And I think the end is good, because it's going to tell you, it's going to connect a lot of the confusion that you've been going through. There's going to be a lot of like self-trust and intuition-based things coming, because the moon card is very intuitive. In like the normal tarot, it's someone normally by water, like having like a cup and then looking at the moon. Sometimes it's like a wolf looking at the moon, but it's very like intuitive, sort of like connecting with nature, connecting with like the dark sides of ourselves. And I think that's kind of what's happening as well. And I think that's why the shift in understanding other people happened, because you realize that when you are able to face yourself with the darkness, you can face other people and then come from like a more understanding perspective. So for your chakra card, you got mysticism and you got the purple. So the purple is either for your third eye chakra or your crown chakra. And I think this for you is actually you being able to move forward with whatever ability you have. You might be like very sensitive, you might be an empath, you might be sensitive in other ways, and I think that's like really coming to light right now for you. So what your guides want you to know is just keep trusting that intuition, keep going, and there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be coming to you within like the next like month or few months. And then for your butterfly card, this is the butterfly that you guys picked. And this is what it says. I trust myself, I am wise, I am brave. That's so funny that it says this, because that's kind of like what the vibes that I've been getting from this reading is very self-trust, self-love, and understanding things that you have not before. So there's a lot of wisdom coming to you. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 2, for letting me read for you. I'm gonna give you all your energy and all of that back to you. So let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, because I'm really new at doing this. So I just love to hear from you guys. All right, so pile number 3. So Wheel of Fortune, aka karma. So for the other piles, I didn't really think about, like, I didn't really see like a need to like read what the interpretation of this deck is. But for you guys, I feel like there's something coming back around for you that you may have done in the past, and it could be It could be in terms of love because of the stone that you guys picked. It could be in terms of self-love, actually, or realizing maybe something in the past was not good for you, or you've not shown up in a way that you've wanted to. And I think because like this is a general reading, I'm getting both. I'm getting like pulled in both directions. So one or the other. But it has something to do with like relationships in any way. It could be work relationships as well, but definitely relationships, of you doing a lot of like self-reflection, and because of the patterns coming back. So you're kind of living a cycle of like these patterns, and you're becoming very aware of them. So you got, it's time to release negativity. So this might be for the half of the pile that I was talking about, that was like receiving things in order to understand lessons. Now for like karma, I don't really think it's like something to be ashamed of or be like super upset about, because sometimes we create these karmic energies without even knowing that what we're doing is harmful or what we're doing is bad. So I think part of this is like forgive yourself first, and then understand what you've done and how to change it, because we're always growing, right? Like we don't come out of the womb knowing exactly what to do or exactly what's right. And then we have people in our lives that may affect how we view things until we're able to separate from them and realize what we've done and like what our own actions are, and kind of take more accountability and responsibility for ourselves. We don't understand these things. So this karma coming back for you is the universe trying to help you and like love you. So it's not like oh yeah, I'm like deserving of bad things or good things. So if you're thinking about that and like you're kind of like in a negative cycle just with this card that came out, understand that we all have dark sides, and facing our own dark side and then being able to understand it and show up in the world the way that we want to show up is really, really powerful. And that's where your power comes from, not from like your past actions. So take that into account. You got service for your chakra card. You got orange. Normally it has to do with the sacral chakra, which is it's like our second chakra, so it's like a more grounding chakra. It's like about kind of like relationships that we form, but like in a more grounding level, because like the heart is like more about like romantic love relationships, being able to give and receive, and then the sacral chakra is more about like our primary relationships, like our family. Sometimes it has to do with like, it's like where our sex organs are, so it has to do with like that sort of thing. It also has to do with being able to be okay with who we are, which it kind of like, that kind of correlates with our solar plexus chakra as well. But for our sacral chakra, it's more about how we show up. So it's like a combination, it's like the root combination of solar plexus and heart, in my opinion. So I think service is something that you are drawn to do right now. I think helping people, like volunteering, doing things like that is really, really going to bring up your vibration, and it's going to help you cope with all the things that you're trying to cope with currently. So I think that's like more advice for you guys. So that's like how you can kind of heal and come back to where you want to be and show up in the ways that you want to show up. So this is the card that you guys pulled for the butterfly, or you meditated on, and this is what it says. I am valuable. Many people are thankful for my presence in their lives. So focus on the positive as well. You've also impacted a lot of people. So I don't know if you guys have ever watched It's a Wonderful Life, but it's a really good movie that I recommend. And pretty much the guy at the end, he has impacted so many people that the town is a completely different place without him. So just think about that. Like, you, just being who you are, have impacted a lot of people in a really good way. And I think even if you have had like misclicks or missteps or whatever, there is always room for growth, and you are such a beautiful soul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I appreciate you a lot. I'm going to send your energy back, and please leave a comment and let me know how the reading resonated with you. Until next time, bye.